And I'm the Executive Director for Clackamas Women's Services. I've been in this field for about 17 years and been the Executive Director at Clackamas Women's Services for about 4. So thank you so much for hearing my voice today, and hopefully that voice will carry forward for all the victims that we serve on a daily basis. I wanted to tell you, illustrate an example of how we're using the funds in our community. In 2011, we were able to implement what's called a lethality assessment program with the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office because of the ODSVS funds. What that does is every crisis call, every domestic disturbance call that the Sheriff's Office goes out on, they're able to directly link those high lethality cases to Clackamas Women's Services for immediate crisis intervention. We've had 230 calls come into us for direct connection.
Doesn't
Too
mean
close?
it's close.
Too close? Okay.
Yeah.
We've had over 230 calls come in since 2011, and 50% of those have received follow-up services afterwards. What's really important to note that of those 230 some calls that we've gotten directly linked to us by the Sheriff's Office at the scene of the crime, over 90 of them have never had contact with a crisis intervention or domestic violence agency before. Now that's striking when we know that nationally, less than 4% of homicide victims have ever had contact with crisis intervention services and domestic violence support services. So this is truly saving people's lives. And we are able to do that with the ODSVS funding. In addition to that, we have other municipalities. For example, in Clackamas County, we have the Sheriff's Office, then we have the city police departments. Those police departments are calling us constantly, asking us to roll out this program in their jurisdictions so they have somewhere to directly link victims to. An increase would allow us to do that. But baseline, we need to keep what we have right now. And one little anecdote that I just wanted to share. On Christmas Eve, we typically don't get a lot of calls on our crisis line. It tends to be the one night of the year that victims will really try to hold things together so that their family doesn't have to be separated over the holiday. This year we got 3 calls from the lethality assessment program, and we're able to bring all 3 of those families into emergency services, emergency shelter for the night. Now that's a hard story to hear, but their lives were saved and not lost on Christmas Eve, and they were able to find housing and other services through the community because of these funds. So we are seeing an increased need, and I think you should hear the good things that are happening, but also where we can do more. Thank you.